Everyone, welcome to my final video of May, and I'm doing another A4 layout this time. So again, just to remind you, the dimensions of an A4 layout is 8 1/4 by 11 3/4, and I'm using the I'm using the Silly Goose paper by Cartabella. Sorry, that totally went out of my head just then, what I was doing. Anyway, so that's what I'm using, and I'm going to use this photo. We went to quite a big lake not too far away from us, and this was this church was opposite the car park where we parked, and it was just beautiful. It was a really hot day. It was quite windy, but just with all the daffodils with the church behind it, the photo doesn't really do it justice, if I'm honest. It looked a lot better than my photo, but I really like that, so I'm going to scrap that one. So what I've done is I've cut my layout like down to size, and I've taken a bit of another bit of cardstock, and I've just tore the edge. This seems to be one of my favourite things at the minute, and I'm just going to crimp it up like this. So yeah, so I'm going to do that, just crimp it up, just give it a little bit of a lift. And I've cut this strip out, and I'm going to mount it behind, but the crosses, I'm going to cover them as much as I can. So I'm going to just mount it sort of like that. So you might still see a little bit of the white, but predominantly the pink and the yellow dots. So I'm just going to use my glue gun if it works. Yay, it's working today. And I'm just going to put a bit of glue. Just the easiest way to do this. And I'm going to mount my paper. Hold a minute. This is the tricky bit, getting it level. And there you go. So I don't mind having a bit of the white bit, because some of that needs to be cut off anyway. So now that I've mounted that, I'm going to pop that onto my layout down this side like that. So this time I'm going to use my ATG gum. Oh, that's gone over. And I'm just going to put a good bit of tape on. There, along. Along like that. Okay, now I know a bit of the tape up here went over, so I'm literally just going to fold it over with my fingers like that, like so. And that's the great thing about this tape, you can just fold it over, which I do quite often, because I can never get this to go on straight. But just fold it over and it's fine. Then I'm going to layer this on this side of my layout. So, and as per usual, I've already prepared it. So that's that. I'm just going to cut this top bit off. So, like so. Perhaps should have used my glue scissors for that one. Never mind. There you go. There. That's fine. That's the layout all done. So I've already cut the mats out for my photo, and I've just distressed the edges just to give them a little bit of definition. So first of all, I'm going to stick the photo onto the mount, like so. Twisting my layout. There you go. I'm going to stick that down. And then I'm going to do the same again. However, this time I'm going to use this photo frame that come out of the die cut pack I got. I only got the paper collection, the M for Mirror, and the enamel dots, because you know I'm all about enamel dots at the moment. I absolutely love them. So I'm going to mount that just about there, I think, so it sticks out a little bit but not too much. And I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on the back there for that one. Ooh. There we go. And I'm just using some of the lines, probably the green lines or the grey ones there, just to line it up with the edge there. And then I'm going to stick my photo on the top, just like that, she says. So I'm going to do that. So there. So that's going to make my feature, and I'm going to mount it like that. I am actually going to mount it using foam dots again, the whole thing. So I'm quite liking my foam dots at the moment. And what I want to do actually is find quite a big piece like this that I've used but not used the surrounds, and I'm going to cut it off like so. Then, oh look, that just cut this bit off. There you go. And then I'm just going to keep this out, because obviously these pads are the same thickness as this, so, and I'm going to want some that go around there. So I'm just going to pop that on the back. This is a really good way of making sure you use all of your foam dots, like all the sticky like pads. It's a really good way, so you don't waste anything then, which I don't know about you, but I hate wasting stuff. So I'm just going to put some dots on the back, not many, just enough just to stabilize it a little bit. Just like this. Ooh. She says not many, but you can see I'm putting a fair few on. There you go. And there. Right, so that's all ready to stick down now. I'm just going to move my scissors out of the way. So again, I'm just going to peel off the sticky back. Ooh. And pop that there. And then I'm just going to peel these dots off. Ooh. So, sticking to my fingers, sticking everywhere at the minute. There. That's the last one off. Right, so I'm going to stick it back now. Or stick it down, I should say, not stick it back. So about there looks good to me. I'm going to use a frame this time, and I'm going to pop it on a piece of cardstock like so. So I'll do that. I'm going to use glue for this bit, just to, again, just to go around these edges. Come on, don't mess me around. There you go. I'm just going to put that on like that. There, like so. Ooh. That's my glue sliding off my desk. Oh dear. Then I'm going to just pop it down like so. And once that's stuck, there you go. I'm going to use my scissors and just cut the excess away like so. Ooh. That's stuck. I'm just gonna cut the excess away, so I'm just left with the green frame all backed, like so. Take off the edges, like so. Okay, there you go. So that makes that nice and easy. I'm just going to get rid of all the scrap bits off my layout. My layout keeps moving. I perhaps need to tack it down, don't I? So just get rid of all those paper bits off the layout. Excuse me. Then what I think I'm going to do is this label, I'm going to use a bit down here and a bit up there. So I'm going to cut it in half. Right, so don't worry if it's not dead straight. It'll be fine. So yeah, I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put that there. Excuse me, I don't know what's causing a frog in my throat. And that again, that just gives you another little focus point. And I'm going to see what I've got to embellish that with. So I'm going to stick those down. So that's one going down. I might put that a little bit higher actually. Put it on the end. And then I'm going to put that a little bit further down as well, just so that, there you go. And then that's just a little bit either side. So I'm going to use another sort of this title from the ephemera, and I'm going to pop that across the bottom there. I think it's a perfect day. It was, apart from it being really windy, it was a perfect day. So again, I'm just going to use my glue and just put a little bit across the middle and pop that across. I'm leaving it up a little bit so you see a little bit of the grass at the bottom. That's always a good way. So that's my title on, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use the sticker sheet now for some of the bits, and I'm going to use some of these flowers because they're beautiful. I'm just going to peel these off. I have to say, I do like the softness of the flowers in these, so I think I'm going to pop that one up there, but I'm going to use my talcum powder tool again and just take the sticky off it. Like so. And I'm going to use some sticky pads again and just raise that up a tiny bit. There you go. So I'm just going to peel those off. Da, da, da. Ooh. Okay, just gonna. There you go. I always forget what pads I've peeled off the back. So there. So, and it goes. I love these hanging white flowers at the edge. I think they're beautiful. So I'm going to use that and just pop that on there. And I've got this little tab that I quite like. I might, do I want to put it under there? Might get a little bit lost there because of the pattern there, but equally if I put it on one of these, I'm going to lose the pink flower slightly. Unless I put it over the edge there, and then I won't really lose it, will I? Oh, I don't know. I want to use that, but I don't know. I might use it down the bottom one actually and leave that one, because that one you're probably more likely to go up to that one. So again, I'm going to use some dots and just lift that up slightly. 2, 3, and just going to pop that down the bottom. There we go. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put one of this brownie colour dot on the top there, so it looks like it's attached. It's meant to be there, as they say. Then what else have I got on my flower thing? I'm always in when I come to this, because I never really know what I'd like to use. She says, yeah, I think I might stick a little bee, because they're rather cute. I might just stick one of those above the flowers, just there. Okay, I don't really know what else I want to put on that. I don't want to detract from sort of the picture and going across, but I think it needs a little bit more. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off camera and finish it off, and then take the photo of it so you can see it, because I'm a bit undecided about this. But this is the Silly Goose Collection by Cartabella, and I hope that's given you an idea how you can mix the muted florals with the muted background papers. They really are beautiful, and if you've not tried this collection yet, I really recommend it. So that's me for now. Until next time, bye for now.